Erica, and today we're going to do a New Year's Eve look. This year I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm doing lots of like purples and reds. So this is the look we're gonna go for. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I already have my face primed, I already have my eyebrows on, so let's get started. So we're going to be using the new Kat Von D Matte Metal eyeshadow palette. I think this will probably be, I don't know, I don't have an exact plan of what I'm doing, but yeah, so we're going to take this fluffy crease, wow. We're going to take this fluffy crease brush. It's just a Hello Kitty brush that I got a few years ago. And we are going to start with the first color in this palette called Bone. And basically we're just going to go under the brows with it. And then we're going to take the second shade in the palette called Feather, and we're going to just put that all over the lid as a base. So right now we're just using the matte colors in the palette. I don't know why I'm using a crease brush to do this part. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to take the Tarte brush that came in my Swamp Queen palette because it's a great brush for just packing on some color. So yeah, I have like really translucent skin, so I like to put a base color on my eyelids before I put color on them, just because you can see a lot of like my veins and stuff, and this yellow is really good, so it'll cancel out some of that that purple kind of a color. Alright, so now we're going to take a clean crease brush, which is just a simple Quo brush from Shoppers, and we're taking the color in this palette called Suede, and we're going to blend that just above the crease as a kind of like a transition color. So just above the crease. Okay, so we're just going just above the crease. Whenever I'm blending in like a crease color, I just like go or transition shade, sorry. Just go very, very lightly. Small circular motions. I also like to like just go in with the color and then clean it up later, because that's how I work. Okay, now we're gonna go in with, basically we're gonna use all the matte shades in this palette and only a few of the metal shades. We're going in with Oak, and we're going to blend that one right into the crease. This is a bit of a different New Year's look, because I know a lot of people do like blacks and golds and stuff like that. We are going to do some gold, but we're not going to do a lot of black, just because I want to do something different for New Year's. So we're taking this color right into the crease. Okay, so the next step that I do is I'm gonna just make sure both sides are even in color. Make that a little bit darker right there. And then make sure the blend is even. So next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna take that same Tarte brush that we had earlier and we're gonna go in the last color, Velvet, which is this really pretty like maroon color that I used the other day, and it didn't really blend out the way I liked it to. So today we're just gonna use it as like a packing color. So we're just gonna go in right on the corner, right here, and we're gonna like pat the color down just till we get right above the, like just to meet the crease, and then we're gonna go on the other side of the eye and do the exact same. So you're leaving a gap in between, which we're going to you're going to leave a gap in between the two parts of color in your eye, which we're going to pack with glitter. Yeah, this color works really good if you just like pat it on. It's not, like if you blend it out, I find it goes, it loses a lot of its pigment. So we're going to take the blending brush that we used, or the crease brush that we used with the that dark oak color, and we're just going to go back into the crease and blend out velvet, just so it's not as harsh, and then we blend it into that dark brown color, and then you blend it out on the outer corner, and then you're going to want to go back in there and pack some of that color that you've just lost. So now we're going to take some setting spray and a clean brush, and we're going to just lightly, we're just going to lightly mist it. Oh, god dang it. We're just going to lightly mist it. And we're going to go into this really beautiful gold color called Flash. And you're just going to dip your brush in, and wetting your brush with some setting powder is really going to help pick up the glitter and the pigment, and you're just going to dab it right into that empty spot that we had left, and just really pack on the pigment. And it's okay if you go a little bit outside of the one spot, because just because it'll help it'll help blend it out and make it look more cohesive. And with a lot of glitter eyeshadows, it's really important that you just like dab it in. You don't really like move it around too much. Alright, so because it's New Year's and I want more of like a gold bop, like pow, we're going to take the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette, and we're just going to go on the center side, and we're going to take some of this gold color right here. And I'm just going to go in with my finger and put it right in the middle. The gold in the Saint and Sinner palette is amazing, but it's definitely one of those colors that works way better if you just use your finger. And feel free to like go out. Okay, there we go. So now we're just going to go back in with a clean, almost like the first blending brush we used, the Hello Kitty one. And we're going to go in with more of that suede color. We're going to go in with the first color, Bone. Again, make it look messy, clean it later. I find like if you just go back in with colors and like just keep moving your brush around and adding colors until you get to the point where you're like, yes, I'm about this. Okay, so now I've gotten to a point where I am liking this, so now what I'm going to do is go into another Kat Von D palette, Pastel Goth, specifically for just the white color. And I'm going to take a, if I can find it, yes, we're going to take this brush that I got in the Modern Renaissance palette that I don't really like, but I like just like the width of this brush. I'm not a huge fan of like double-ended brushes. I think the only one that I really like is the Kat Von D ones. So we're going into that brush, and we're just going to take a little bit of this white color in the Pastel Goth, and we're just going to go as close to your underbrow area for a really strong like brow highlight. I like going in with a matte white for brow highlights. There we go. Alright. We're going to take the brush that we used for the gold, which is the double-ended Kat Von D one, and we're taking the fine point, and we're going to go into that velvet, and we're going to add a little bit of the oak to it. So we're going to go into two colors, and we're just going to go on the bottom lash line. I always do powders on my bottom lash line just because my eyes water a lot and they tend to not move around so much. And then I just take my finger and buff it out. Alright, so now we're going to take our Hello Kitty one and we're going to go in with the white metal shade called Thunderstruck. And we're just going to load it up and go right into the inner corner of the eye. I wear glasses, so I always go for a strong inner corner highlight so my eyes don't look so small. So we're just going to pack it in. You can even go in a little bit with your finger on the inner corner if you want it like crazy intense. Okay, so the next step is eyeliner, and I will be right back because I can't do eyeliner on camera. Now we have our eyeliner done. Have mascara. This is also where I like to put my lipstick primer on. It's just like a plumping thing by e.l.f. It's just moisturizing and it plumps a bit. This is also where I remember that I forgot to put gel on my eyebrows. Keeps them in place. Do some mascara. You could definitely add some like false lashes to this look and it would be amazing. But I don't want to wear false lashes today because I have to work. Okay, so the eyes are done. Now let's do the face. We're just gonna brush off anything that's left. And I like to spray my face with setting powder first before I put my foundation on. Just because I find the Total Control Drop Foundation by NYX definitely, it's really good. It needs a little bit of extra help though, so spraying that on beforehand really helps. Just pat it in. Just take some drops. Alright, now that we're done that, we're going to go in with some e.l.f. translucent finishing powder, and we're just taking the other end of the beauty blender that's damp, and we're just going to pick some powder up, and we're just going to go right under the eyes. I wouldn't call this baking, but it really, really helps. Doing my T-zone, and I also set right here on my nose where my glasses sit. My laugh lines, smile lines, whatever you want to call them. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Shade and Light contour palette with my contour brush, both by Kat Von D. And we're going to contour. I take the excess powder on the contour brush and just kind of contour my jawline a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go in with, I have this eyeshadow palette, the Showstopper palette by Tarte. I don't really use the eyeshadows in it anymore. I mostly just use the bronzer, the Park Avenue Princess, and the blush, and sometimes the highlight. So we're going to go in with the fat end and pick up a little bit of that bronzer, which it's pretty matte and cool tone. You could definitely use it as a contour. And I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer. And we're just going to do the E3 point. So we're starting here, going down, and here, going in and down. Just to add a little bit of extra warmth in my pasty pale face. So I'm going to go in with this Mirabella blush contour brush, and go in with my Tarte and go a little bit further back And you see how we have too much now? You can go back in with your beauty blender with the powder on it and kind of soften it. Thank you, Tati Westbrook, for that. I've been watching a lot of videos by Tati lately, actually, because, like, Graveyard Girl doesn't make a ton of makeup videos anymore, and Leanne Says doesn't either, so I've been really watching Tati and Nikki tutorials just for, like, those, like, extra makeup help. So now, because I want to go in with a gold highlight, we're going to take the Too Faced Love Light Blinded by the Light highlighter, and I put my highlighter on with a stippling brush. I don't know why, I just do. I like it. We're going to go in with this hard, and we're going to, I really like this one because it's kind of a subtle highlight. I do the C-shape highlight, bring it up a little bit, because my glasses are going to sit right here. So I want to make sure you can see my highlight. And we're actually going to do 2 highlighters today, just because it's New Year's. I want everyone to see me. Okay, and now we're going to go in with the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighter palette, and we're going to go in with this kind of coral color, and we're just going to go right on top of that gold. And then I'm going to take my finger and go in with that same color, and I'm just going to go up my nose and a little bit on my lip, on my cupid's bow. Just get that extra highlight. Now we're going to move on to the lips. So I'm just going to take off or rub in the rest of that e.l.f. product that I used. So now we're going to start the lips. So we are going to do red lips, and we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills color Heathers, which is my favorite movie. And we're going to go in with a NYX lip liner in the color Hot Red, and we're going to line our lips first. I always overdraw one side of my lips because my top lip is a bit uneven on one side. Also, my cupid's bow is very pointed, so I like to round it out a bit. Alright, so now we have a lined lip. We're going to go right in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this color. It's such like a deep, rich red. So I finished the look with some setting spray. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to have to cut out because my camera crapped out on me, but that's fine. So this is my New Year's Eve look. I hope you all liked it. You could definitely change it up, add some more glitter if you wanted to, add some more lashes, change the lip color, do whatever you want, but this is my New Year's Eve look. I hope you all liked it. I hope you all have an amazing New Year, an amazing night on New Year's Eve, and we'll see you in the New Year. If you liked what you've seen, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Have a great one.